Hello Pisces, and welcome to your July 2020 forecast reading. For those of you who don't know who I am Intuitive Rene, and I am here to bring you guidance, inspiration, motivation, and a little bit of hope for your future. And I do this every month with these kind of videos. So I do this the week before the new month, before the new month kicks in. We get a video for each sign of the zodiac, giving you inspiration for the month ahead. And then every Monday I do tarot scopes, and every Friday I do pick a card. So there is a lot of content to keep you motivated, to keep you enthusiastic, and to keep you navigating life with as few challenges and obstacles as possible. And all of this content I provide for free. All I ask in return is a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and a comment below would be awesome to hear from you. What else do I need to say to you? All right, so on the table here in front of me, I have a whole bunch of tarot and oracle decks that I'm going to be using to bring you your guidance for July 2020. And this particular video is for everybody who has Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or, as I like to say, who has just an interest in Pisces. So whether it's somebody you know, somebody you're in love with, somebody you don't like, who has Pisces energy, if you are watching this video, let there be some kind of message, some kind of guidance, inspiration, and motivation for you as well. All right. So today, for this video, I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle, and this deck is going to give us the all-round kind of theme for the month ahead. Okay, so we're going to draw one card from here, which is going to give us an outline of what the whole month is going to be about. What is the theme for the whole month? Then we're going to move into tarot, and the tarot I'm using this month is the Centennial Tarot, which is just such an awesome deck. I love the cardstock. I love the feel of it. It really is awesome. So we're using Centennial, and that's going to give us the detail for the month of July. Okay, and what I've done this month is I've actually broken July up into 3 segments or 3 sections. So we're looking at the 1st to the 10th, the 11th to the 20th, and then the 21st to the 31st of July. And we're going to draw cards for each of those 3 sections, or each of those 3 parts of the month. And then we're going to finish off drawing cards from the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, and this is going to give us a message from the Animal Kingdom to just tie it all up and to finish it all up for us. Right, so I think I have babbled enough. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with the Wisdom of the Oracle, and as I'm shuffling, we're asking that the cards that we draw today be exactly the message, the inspiration, the guidance, and the hope that everybody who is watching right now needs to hear. This is for Pisces for July 2020, and anybody who has Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising, or Pisces interest. Let the cards that we draw be exactly what they need to hear to give us insight into the month ahead, so that we can have the best month possible, make all the right decisions at the right times for the right reasons. Let's see what we get. Okay, shuffling complete. Holding the cards the wrong way. So taking one card from there. So Pisces, the card I've drawn for you is Imagine. So this is now your theme. This is now your overall kind of energy for the month of July 2020. So everything that you do, everything that you encounter, everything that happens on the journey, on your journey, you've got to ask yourself, you've got to imagine, not ask yourself, you've got to imagine how much better it could be. Imagine its possibilities. Imagine exactly what's possible, what's going to happen for you. Okay, so imagine is your keyword. And you know what? I'm a big believer in imagination. I'm a big believer in going in here and seeing what comes up with it. So Pisces, for you, July 2020, we're going to take everything that happens. We're going to stop. We're going to ponder. We're going to imagine the true potential of that. And then we're going to adjust ourselves accordingly. I like it. I like it. All right. So I'm going to leave that card here on the table in front of me. I will refer to it often. I will show it to you a lot of times. I can see it quite clearly, but what I want to do now is I want to pick up tarot, and this is the Centennial Tarot, and we want to start getting inspiration for the month of July for all Pisces. But what we're doing now is we're only drawing for the 1st to the 10th of the month. So we're just drawing for the first 2 days. Then we will draw for the next first 2 days. Listen to me. For the first section, we're going to draw 2 cards for the first section. Then we will draw 2 cards for the middle section and 2 cards for the end. All right. And as I'm shuffling, again, we're asking that the cards that we draw give us the detail of what we need to know, what's going to happen, what can we expect, what is the energy forecast for July 2020. I'm such a bad shuffler, guys. For July 2020 for all Pisces out there. I think I have shuffled enough before I throw them all over the floor. So I'm going to take that card over there, if I can get it out. And then I want to take another one from up here. So Pisces, the first card so remember, this is now for the 1st to the 10th of July for all Pisces. The month is going to start off with you feeling a little bit exhausted, okay? You've got the 10 of Wands here, and the 10 of Wands is about feeling like you just don't know if you can complete it. You just don't know if you can get to the end of the day. You are exhausted emotionally, mentally, physically, kaput, as we say in South Africa, okay? You are exhausted. You don't know whether you can. You can see he can't even lift his head up anymore. He needs to get himself here. Here is home, okay? So he's so close to his destination. He's so close to the end of the day. But sometimes, you know, you've had those days where 4 o'clock comes and you think, I just want to go to bed. I've had enough. This is how your month is going to start. You may be feeling like that. The second card we have is the Devil, and the Devil is all about temptation, obsessions and temptations, okay? So Pisces, you've got to make sure you're probably feeling exhausted because you have been pushing yourself too hard. You have been trying to accomplish too much. You know, that's what the Devil is. It's obsessions and addiction. So you have been so focused on something for such a long time that it has taken its toll on you, and you are absolutely exhausted. Remember, our theme for the month is to imagine. So what I'm going to say to you here, looking at this, remember this is now the 1st to the 10th of July for all Pisces. Recognize how you're feeling. Be honest with yourself that you're feeling exhausted. Imagine what it's going to be like to arrive home, to arrive at your destination, and to put your burdens down, okay? Do not allow your obsessions, do not allow yourself to be so fixated on one thing that we neglect and ignore everything else. Imagine what it's like to not have these challenges and obstacles. Do not put your focus and your energy into this. Put your focus and energy into arriving, if I can get my finger in the right place, arriving here at the home base, okay? So your first 10 days of the month may be a bit challenging, maybe a bit daunting, a bit exhausting, a bit like, I can't do this, I don't have the energy, no inclination, no motivation. But hold on to your imagination, hold on to imagine, and imagine what it's going to be like when you tick off this project, this task, this activity as complete. Do not let temptation, do not let your mind, do not let your fears stop you from achieving that. All right. So I'm going to leave those two on the table here in front of me where I can see them. And we're now going to pick up the tarot deck again. And this time we're looking at the second portion of the month, and that is the 11th to the 20th of July. So we're shuffling and we're asking what's going to happen, what is the energy, what are the feelings, what is the motivations around the 11th to the 20th of July, 2020 for all Pisces out there. Okay, let's see what we get. Right, I have shuffled enough. So I'm going to take that card there. And we carry on flipping, and I take that card over there. So Pisces, 11th to the 20th of July 2020. The first card we have is the Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. If I had to pick myself, I'd probably put me as a Queen of Wands. She's very confident. She's very strong. She has a gentle side to her. She loves her community. She always wants to do good for her community. She always wants to take care of everybody. But she's not going to go and hug you, okay? She's not going to go and be that nurturing. She's going to tell you how to fix your situation, all right? So you, in that second portion, in that middle section of the month, the 11th to the 20th, you need to be Queen of Wands. You need to be the person who is strong enough and confident enough to issue out the instructions, to issue out the advice, to issue out the guidance, and to know what needs to be done, okay? She doesn't question herself. She doesn't judge herself. She doesn't think, oh, maybe I've got it wrong. She uses the power of her imagination to achieve the impossible. And she always, her main focus is taking care of her community. Her main focus is taking care of the people around her. So she runs a tight ship. She cares for everybody, but she's not overly emotional. All right. And you can see that. You can see it by her face. You know, that she's quite confident in who she is and what she is, and she knows exactly what she's capable of. Nobody's going to tell her off. Nobody's going to tell her any different. And the second card that we have, understand now why I described her the way I did. So the second card we have is the Emperor, and the Emperor is all about control, discipline, action, you know, strategy, all of those things. One thing that he is not is emotional. Okay, I mean, even his chair that he's sitting on is solid, square. There's no rounded edges, nothing like that. You can see the ram heads on the arms of his chair, and the ram heads, you know, it's all about head first. Heart is not, doesn't even feature. Okay, he is ready to get up and go. He's ready to dive into action. He's ready to achieve all sorts of things. He's not going to think about how it affects anybody else. He's not going to think about how anybody else is going to respond. So Pisces, I'm getting excited. Can you see that? Your month starts off with you feeling exhausted. Your month starts off feeling like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I have the energy for it. But in this middle portion of the month, from the 11th to the 20th, you are going to be a take-no-nonsense kind of person, and you are just going to get stuff done, okay? It's going to be busy. You're not, I mean, as much as both of these two are sitting on chairs, but trust me, they're getting stuff done, okay? They are barking out the orders. They are sending out instructions, and they are overseeing everything and ticking off the list as they go. So if you need to create a list for yourself, then absolutely do that. But just know in that middle portion of the month, you are going to achieve everything that you want to, everything that you need to, and your imagination is going to be running wild, okay? So listen to what's happening in your head. Listen to the imagination. Listen to the ideas that are popping in. Imagine miracles, because it's in this portion of the month that you can perform miracles. And I have to say, the Queen of Wands, she's the miracle performer. The Emperor, he's the one who gets the stuff done, okay? But she's the one who comes up with the miracle. She's the one who imagines the miracles and creates them, sets them in motion. He's the one who just ensures that everybody rocks up for work every day. Okay, that's exciting, Pisces, really, really exciting. So I'm going to again leave those two in front of me, and now let's look how your month is going to end. So we're now looking at the 21st to the 31st of July 2020 for Pisces. What is the energy that you're going to be dealing with? What do you need to be mindful of? What do you need to be aware of? And how can you best handle it to have the best outcome for the month ahead? Okay. So we're going to draw two cards again, and I'll take one from about the beginning and one from towards the end. So, dum dum dum. So Pisces, the first card that I've drawn for you here for this third part of the month, for the end of the month, the last 10 days of the month, is the Star. The Star is the card of hope. It's the card of destination. It's the card of knowing that you have a light to follow, that your path is laid out in front of you. You know exactly where you have to go, how you have to go. And it's the card of hope. I'm going to bring imagination into it as well. Imagine, because imagine the hope, imagine the success, imagine all the things that you can do if you stay focused and dedicated. So the Star card is the card of hope. It's the card of knowing that you are so close to achieving everything that you set out for yourself. And connected to it, we have another Queen. Dum, dum, dum. We have the Queen of Cups. So she's the one who's going to run out and give you a hug. She's the one who cares about your emotional side. She's the one who's worried about everybody's emotional well-being. And she's the one who's doing everything in her power to make sure that everybody is emotionally taken care of. This Queen is making sure that everybody's successful and has everything that they need and, looks good and all of that. She's the one who says, well, tell me about it. Okay, so so this one, your Queen of Cups, she's like your therapist. So Pisces, for your last portion of the month, the last 10 days of July, what do you have in store for you? Well, You've got to make sure that you do not let go of this card. You do not let go of your ability to imagine the best, your ability to imagine amazing outcomes, because they are certainly possible for you. As long as you hold on to hope, as long as you are focusing on the positive and not focusing on the negative. Be mindful that yes, your road is not complete. I'm going to bring back this one into it. Oopsie. So yes, you are probably still feeling a bit exhausted, but you are so close. You are so close, and the universe is taking care of you. All right? The universe is taking care of you and giving you the emotional support, I need to bring it up, physical support that you need to get you through this period. Okay? You can expect miracles in that last 10 days as long as you have a clear head, a clear heart that is focusing on the positives. Imagine it. If you can imagine it, you can create it. I like that. I like that. I think that's actually quite awesome. If you can imagine it, you can create it. Okay. All right. So I'm now going to leave those on the table in front of me, and let's pick up now our Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And what we're asking for now is which spirit animal is going to be working with Pisces for the month of July, and what message do they possibly have for you? How are they going to assist you? How are they going to help you? And how are they going to ensure that you keep focused on your imagination, on imagining that all things are possible and working towards that without allowing, I am throwing the cards all over the table, without allowing yourself to become despondent, without allowing yourself to lose focus on all that you are working towards and achieving. Let's see what spirit animal has to say for you. Taking that one there. So Pisces, you have got Earth Dragon. I want you to see if I can let you read at the bottom. Can you see there? Physical reformation, not transformation, reformation. So, and you know what? That makes total sense to me, and I'm really loving how this all comes together. We started off with the Imagine card, and the Imagine card was saying to you, allow your imagination to be set free. Okay, imagine all things that are possible. Imagine the impossible being possible. Now, Earth Dragon saying to you, physical reformation. Transformation means that we change from who we were to who we become. This one is saying, no, who you are is fabulous. Who you are is amazing. Who you are is perfect. But we do have a couple of rough edges. We just need to reform, okay? We just need to smooth off those edges and become our true self again. And it's interesting that we had the two queens that came up, because that's what they do. Queens are all about reformation, okay? They're not really going to change you from being who you are to being somebody else, because that's not what the objective is. The objective is to be the best version of yourself. So Earth Dragon is going to be working with you. And I think physical reformation, that phrase, imagine physical reformation. I am going to ask Pisces, take those, imagine physical reformation, and make that your key phrase, make that your affirmation, your mantra for the month of July. Stick it on your monitor, stick it on your fridge, stick it on your car, stick it wherever you are going to be looking at it as often as possible, to constantly remind yourself to have the hope for the physical reformation that you need, so that you can become the person you are destined to be. So that is your focus for the month of July. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Pisces, that is your message for July 2020. I hope it was a good one. If it was, please can I have a thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. If you need some additional guidance during the month, remember every Monday I do taroscopes, and taroscopes, there will be one for Pisces, but it's done in less than 60 seconds. It's literally one tarot card to give you guidance for the week ahead. And then on Friday we do pick a card to give you inspiration. If you're sitting with a challenge, if you're sitting with a little bit of, you need a little bit of guidance or whatever, that's where you go on a Friday. So there's a lot of content to keep you going, and I do hope that you have a good month. I do hope July treats you well. And sending you lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we meet again, you take care.